Right, so I'm loading into, I don't even know what game this is. I'm, what, X.1 with bronze? So I can cast Fiend and Immortal Echoes and hope he doesn't have anything to stop it. I think that's one of the better hands you can have. I should probably... Oh, I forgot I wasn't on the draw. Well, whatever. I still would have cast more. Still would have cast Indomitable Fiend. But being on the draw there would have been so good. Now I can cast Remembrance on my Fiend, or I could cast Undying. Well, he killed Indomitable Fiend? What on earth? You don't do that. You do anything but kill Indomitable Fiend. Because now if I have Echoes, I can just crush you. Okay, this guy must have never played against a Fiend deck before. That's incredible. Oof. I was stressing out over how I was going to kill the Fiend, but he just did it for me. It's pretty nice of him. Okay, so I remember it's up my Fiend, so I don't have to draw that again. Then get an 8/8 in my turn, get another 8/8. Then he hits me for 5. Oh, now I can cast Indomitable Fiend and Dying Legacy, and I get to kill his Zymus and put another 8/8 in play. Why did he kill my Fiend? And so he's probably some sort of control deck, or some sort of... I mean, that doesn't rule out control. This card's pretty good. It used to be really good control decks, because it used to just be huge. So he kills another Fiend with Death Current after playing his creature, so he doesn't know which one to block. It's very odd. So let's go ahead and cast Fiend, a Static Shock, his face, and then Undying Legacy on my Fiend. This kills his Zymus and spawns me a new Fiend. Ooh, yeah, and he gets a... he's playing Leyline Demons, apparently. So, probably not going to cast Static Shock anymore. I just don't want him to get Leyline Demons. That card lets him block my creatures, and I don't think he can win if I just cast creatures over and over and over again. So, there's no point in just casting Static Shock over and over and over again. If it puts demons into play, it's definitely not worth getting like 1 or 2 damage here and there. It's really good against like creature decks because you get to hit their creatures, and it's really good with Firestorm. But if he's playing Leylines and he's on Necrium, so I probably don't need that much help killing his creatures. Because Necrium does not have very large creatures. That should be fine. So I'm in okay shape going into rank 1, or going into rank 2. Don't have any Undying or Immortal Echoes going, which would be like the nut perfect, but the hand's still pretty good. I can't cast Chaos Twister. Wish I could though. Double Death Current this turn. Killed both of his Ignors. So he actually killed one of my Fiends with both of his Ignors teaming up to kill my creature. Hit him for 8, fast turn. Hopefully get to draw some Echoes here. Echoes is the best thing I can draw. I wish there were more Echoes. I could play... No, you can't play Varnus Pact because Varnus Pact pulls from their Deadpool. Looks like if he doesn't kill my Fiend here, I'm going to cast double Undying Legacy. If he does kill my Fiend, then I'm in real bad shape because I've got nothing. It says this is my discard pile, but that's not accurate. Yeah, okay, so looks like my turn is just straight garbage, unfortunately. Looks like he's casting Immortal Echoes himself, but he's just getting back Zymuses or Ignors, so that doesn't seem very good. I can't even level any of the cards in my hand, so we'll Dreadbolt this, and then I'll just end my turn. Discard and rank up the Remembrance. Sure, I'll make a level 2 Remembrance. Just, to make it look a little prettier. Doesn't actually have any impact on the game. So now I can cast Immortal Echoes and Chaos Twister, or Immortal Echoes Epidemic. It really depends on what he gets off of, what he plays and what he gets off of his Immortal Echoes. Drawing a level 3 Immortal Echoes early in rank 3 is just the dream. The one thing I do like about the Eloian version is you played Lucid Echoes, so you get a lot more turns where you get to, cast cards. But Lucid Echoes is another legendary, so it's kind of expensive. So if something spawns here, I can actually get Chaos Twister, which would be nice, and that actually happened. So sweet. Now I just Chaos Twister this. I could have Static Shocked his Evanskull Knight to kill it. I probably should have, even though with a Leyline Demon, it wouldn't have been that big a deal. And it lets me kill his Evanskull Knight. I was just wasn't thinking. I'm playing this game pretty lazily. This Fiend deck is a pretty lazy deck to play, I think. I just go on autopilot completely. I can play Static Shock now to make up for my mistake. Static Shock Immortal Echoes Death Current. Death Current's like the only, or I could just play Epidemic. So there's Spirit Cleave. Not too worried about it. I've got another Mortal Echoes. Spirit Cleave does do a good job killing my creatures. I wish I had a Firestorm in my hand. That would be real strong. So let's cast Static Shock and then Death Current. Or Immortal Echoes Death Current. Because I need to use the level 1 or lower spell. Hopefully I get the Ignir. I'll take the Zymus. Zymus is 20 damage to me. Yeah, so you got a Leyline Demon. Doesn't really matter too much now. Looks like my hand is Firestorm, Dreadbolt, Epidemic. I already cast all the okay, that's getting really annoying. One of the weird parts is if you play a card that looks at your discard pile, like Killian or Remembrance, you don't get to see your discard pile. It just remembers whatever your discard pile was then, which is super annoying. So if you want to fix that, you just exit out of the game and come back. I don't really care right now. It's just something I look at compulsively. So I don't really want to do that. But it is something you can do if you want to look at your discard pile. So I cast Firestorm. Firestorm? Kills all of his creatures and leaves mine alive. I mean, it has them really low though. I could Dreadbolt his Evanskull Knight and then cast Firestorm, but I don't want to leave his Ignir alive. I could just do 28 to him and kill all his creatures. That seems fine, even if it's not great. I do have a 20/20 in play after this turn. Ooh, I can't cast Epidemic. I thought Ignir was at 2, but it's not. Epidemic would have been really nice there though, instead of casting a bunch of Firestorms. So if I'm really blessed, I'll draw the level 3 Immortal Echoes like immediately. If I'm not quite, oh, there we go. Blessed. 2 Immortal Echoes. And the level 3 version. Okay, so now I can just cast Immortal Echoes, and then just play removal spells for the rest of the game. Don't even need to cast anything else. He Spirit Cleaves my guy, no big deal. He can, I don't know what he does. I don't think he can kill both of them. He can kill one of them though. I don't need Static Shock damage right now, so there's no point in letting him get a level 2 Leyline Demon into play. Static Shock actually kills Zymus, which is a blocker, so I will go ahead and Static Shock it. And go to combat so he doesn't get to block with his Leyline, and then cast Immortal Echoes, and cast Immortal Echoes. Does he have his Leyline? Yep, so he does have a Leyline. And now I cast Undying Legacy. Yeah. Undying Legacy exiles or banishes itself, so I don't have to draw it again. I can just focus on drawing Firestorms, Dreadbolts, Burnouts, I guess. Gonna start burnouting his face pretty soon here. This just runs into my creature. Zymus is pretty good. I don't really have anything that deals with Zymus. It does spawn a lot. And blocks a lot. But I can probably just overwhelm Zymus with like playing a bunch of creatures a turn. Unless he summons another one, which is going to be really annoying. Let's cast Undying Legacy on this guy, and then Death Current to kill his... Actually, Death Current kills his Varna. So I'll go ahead and do that. I probably should have just waited to see where the Zymus respawns so I could cast Undying Legacy after combat, but I'm really lazy. Didn't want to do that. I think I can out-fiend him, even though he's got Varnas. I mean, even though he's got a many Zymuses. I think I just overwhelm him with 20 power creatures. So these trade, or like he kills my fiend here, then I get another one, and oh, we got the unblocked one. He has one more play, right? No, he played Patron Trust, so he takes 19 here. I could Death Current, but that could backfire, so I'll just take the 19 damage, and then cast Immortal Echoes and Undying Legacy. Battle. My opponent's dead to burn out, so I'll just cast that. Okay, counting is not my strong suit. Sweet. So that's a good victory against Bono Necrium? No, he was playing Ignir, so my draw was really good that game. Bronze 2. Okay, I'm probably just going to play the rest of Bronze on my own. Uh, as fun as recording these videos are, it does get pretty exhausting playing a bunch of games and talking a lot. So I'll go ahead and play this one, and then, because it just popped up, so I might as well. And then after this one, I'll grind through the rest of bronze. I've played 5 games in bronze, and then I'll probably play 5 more games in silver. So what I'm going to do here is play Static Shock, and then Burnout? Yeah, I'll burn him. I'll burn his face. Leveling up Firestorm doesn't seem that good. I could level up Chaos Twister, but I don't really know what he's playing. Chaos Twister's not amazing every time. So, I'm gonna cast Immortal Echoes here, just to have it leveled and hopefully draw Fiend next turn. Though I only have 1 more Firestorm left, so it's gonna be pretty hard to kill Fiend. But I can. He's playing. If my opponent plays creatures, which seems likely, then I can just block with Fiend. So this turn I'm probably casting Static Shock, Immortal Echoes, Firestorm, maybe Death Current. I don't know what his second play is. Hopefully it's not Immortal Echoes. Or actually, I don't even mind if it's Immortal Echoes. Killian. So he has some sort of level deck. They usually, or some sort of a control deck. They usually play Leyline Demons. And I don't really need Leyline or Static Shocks to beat this deck. So I'll just cast Firestorm and Immortal Echoes. Actually, it might be better to cast Death Current and just take 5 a couple times. Because Death Current levels really well against them, and Firestorm does not. Even though it lets me take 6 damage, it's fine. Now I can block his creature with Indomitable Fiend. Or block, yeah, that's exactly what I said. Now I can cast Indomitable Fiend, Firestorm. I even drew the Firestorm, which I wasn't expecting to draw. So, with luck, I draw Immortal Echoes. Double Immortal Echoes next turn would be the nut draw. But, so he's an Iron Maiden, so I just gotta try to win early, which I have no control over. My deck's pretty lazy. I just play it one card at a time, you know. Leveling these Dreadbolts actually seems pretty good here. Because I get to... I need to kill the Iron Maiden at some point, if he plays it really early in rank 3 before I can react to it. So I'll go ahead and cast Dreadbolt to level it up. Dreadbolt's one of the few cards I have that actually kills Iron Maiden. Get my Fiend. Yep, he has a Leyline Sentry. So he's playing like a full set of Leylines, which is why I didn't play the Static Shock. Static Shock doesn't matter at all, really. Now I can play Remembrance on one of my creatures and then Undying Legacy. I think that's going to be for the best, because I need to put some creatures on the board, because he's got Iron Maiden. I wonder what he leveled with Killian. I should probably check. Oh no, he played it on his first turn. Oh, he targeted Leyline Demon. Ah. Yeah, I'm not playing multiple spells. I'm not going to play any more Static Shocks, though. Unless I need it to pick off like Killians or level 1 creatures. Stuff like that. So the Remembrance Undying Legacy plan is looking more and more like that's going to be the case. Okay, it's strange that he didn't just... whatever, doesn't matter. So cast Remembrance, get Indomitable Fiend, and I'll use Undying Legacy on it. Just to have another Fiend. It's a lot better than casting any of these cards in my hand. Didn't draw a whatchamacallit, which is what I wanted. And Immortal Echoes. I'll probably cast another Undying Legacy on this Fiend. Because if it dies with 2 Undying Legacies on it, it actually does get double Fiend when it dies. And then I can cast Undying Legacy Firestorm, which would be fine, because then I get 2 Fiends. And kill a lot of his board. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Could just also cast Death Current, because that card levels really well against him. I don't know, it really depends on what he casts here. Orient Justicar, that's really good against my deck. Doesn't do anything against the Fiend I have on the board currently, though. And then another Justicar. So, if I get lucky, I can Death Current one of his Justicars, or this Justicar specifically. Didn't get lucky. That's fine. Now what do I do? If I cast Death Current, it doesn't really do anything. Maybe I can cast Indomitable Fiend to block his Orient Justicar. It's not great, but it's going to be really, really hard for me to be Orient Justicar. Actually, no, it's not that bad. I forgot that it was so big that Orient Justicar just doesn't really care. Or doesn't really matter. So I should have cast Undying Legacy on it. That's just... I thought it would only be an 8/8 for some reason. So now I can cast Immortal Echoes and something else. We'll figure something out. Should have cast that Undying Legacy though. Two 9/14s would have been way better than 9/14 at 2/2. Especially since the 2/2 doesn't level. But now I get the Immortal Echoes. And then I can cast, hopefully, Remembrance, because I've got a, well, Indomitable Fiend in my yard somewhere. And then Firestorm maybe? Chaos Twister maybe? It really depends. There's a level 2 Justicar. You really need that card. But now I can Chaos Twister him, which is nice. I don't care too much about that. It just blocks my creature. Doesn't even kill it. This puts my Fiends at, what, 4/14s with this Justicar? But that's still fine. 4/14s are great. It's a lot better than playing nothing. Not casting Static Shock because he's level 2 Leyline Demon. No point in letting him get it for free. He does have the Leyline Sentries, but I literally cannot play around that. It's not worth it. So now I cast another Chaos Twister to kill his board, and then Immortal Echoes. This card doesn't actually have the most attack. It's really good at rank 2, but its rank 3 is only a 9/17. Not even that hard to kill. Spirit Cleave, my creature, that only had 2 power. Okay. So now I'm definitely Chaos Twistering, because, well, yeah, okay. So he's just trying to kill me before I get the inevitable Immortal Echoes stuff going on, which is fine. Like, it's definitely a good game plan. But the thing is, I have so much removal in my deck, it's really hard to mount a good offense, especially if I can Chaos Twist like that, and then put 2 Fiends into play that are 14/14s. And I only have 1 Immortal Echo. Oh, I've got 2. Okay, so this is actually really good for me. I can cast... I could cast Death Current. I don't know if I want to. He's got an Iron Maiden. I don't know if he leveled it yet. So I probably want to level the Death Current just so I have a shot at killing it with Death Current. Because the only thing I have to kill an Iron Maiden right now is my Dreadbolt died, so I don't have that going for me. And it probably blocks with Zymus here if he has it. Zymus 2. No, he's got a Justicar. Don't care too much about that. I'll probably just cast Death Current to kill one of his creatures and level up the Death Current, so I have a shot at killing his guys. I don't care. Either one I kill is fine. Because Orient Justicar level 1 doesn't do enough to stop my creatures at this point. They have, what, 15 power or something? I think, yeah, 15 power creatures with a Justicar in play. So it doesn't even matter. And then I can cast Death Current here, hopefully kill one of his creatures, then Undying Legacy. Remembrance doesn't do anything. Level 3 is minus 20 attack, which does stop my Fiends. But hopefully I can... Hopefully he doesn't get there quickly. I've got 2 Echoes going, right? Maybe just 1. It's hard. I don't actually know how to tell in the client anymore. It's so hard. So hopefully he doesn't have a Varna. If he has a Varna here, that'd be really annoying, because I don't have any mass removal. Firestorm kills all of his Zymuses, but if he has a Varna, then he gets 2 Zymus and blocks forever. And he's not close to dead, so... We'll see where he goes. Come on. So, I guess his decisions are a lot harder than mine. I just like play 2 cards and then pass turn, and then hopefully have the Fiends do what they may. So this feels like he's playing... Okay, Iron Maiden, who cares about that? So I will cast Death Current and see where it goes, and then Undying Legacy. Because I have nothing to use Remembrance on, and there's no point casting Indomitable Fiend. Okay, that was probably the best case scenario. So I'll cast Undying Legacy on this card, because I only got 4 toughness. And I get another Fiend. This guy blocks nothing. Unfortunate for him. Ooh, level 3 Echoes, that's nice. Unfortunately, I have nothing to kill this Iron Maiden, right? Just Death Current, level 3 Death Current. That's all I've got. Can't kill it with Chaos Twister, can't kill it with anything else. And my life total's pretty low too, so if he plays it really early in rank 3, then I lose. But if he draws it later, because he can't control when he draws Iron Man, he just draws it in the first 4 turns of rank 3. If he draws it in the last turn of rank 3, I think I win. If he draws it really early, like this turn or next turn, I'm probably fine. So that's kind of a catch-22. He killed a creature that was attacking me, but it came back into play. And I killed it again. So he didn't actually even save himself any damage there. Or I guess he saved himself 14 damage. Then he gets hit for 30. Kind of awkward. I'm going to play Immortal Echoes here, and that's 1 Echoes going. I could cast Undying Legacy, or I could cast Dreadbolt. I don't think Dreadbolt really does anything. Do I want to block 4 damage so I don't die to Iron Maiden? I don't think that does anything either. So I'll put Undying Legacy on my... If he puts Iron Maiden in front of anything, it's going to be this creature. Because it does 20 damage to me. So, oh, was he dead the entire time? Well, why didn't he concede? I'm used to people just conceding when they lose. I wasn't even counting. Oh, okay, so he's actually just dead. Sweet. My bad. My bad for the slow roll guy. I didn't mean to. I just wasn't looking at life totals. Alright, so that's enough for today, I think. I'll play the rest of the games in bronze on my own, and then we'll see what we can do about going to silver. Or playing games in silver.